Thank you so much, best friend!
We're back.
I'm here this time.
And Matt's back! Welcome back to the Best Friendos! Episode 4!
Yeah,
Episode 4.
I turned 4.
We're 4 years old now! Let's go, baby!
4 years, four episodes old.
4 episodes. We're 4 episodes old now.
What's up, dudes?
What's up? How have you been, Matt?
Good. I went golfing with Eli this last weekend.
I know. You did so good at golf.
We whacked balls very
Hard.
far.
It's really good doing it, too. Yeah.
He
And
complimented
fast.
my quads. I got nice quads now.
Wow, your legs are really good. Especially when you're
Sissy
golfing.
squats, baby.
Sissy squat.
What's up, dudes? What are we talking about today?
So we got a fun topic on our agenda.
Yeah.
We had a very fun weekend, but before we get into that, before we started the podcast, I think Andrew last episode. Well, I got on Andrew's case about how much money you spend or I spend on Steam. And
You were trying to make it seem like I spent a lot of money on Steam. I've had my account since 2016 and I've spent exactly $966.66.
Christ.
So just under 1,000. So I think I asked you to share, or
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think I ever asked you to share what number you spent. But how much did you spend, Eli? Because you have a few more games than I do. So I was interested to find out how much you spent. See if it's-
412, baby, 412.
Flat?
Okay, so
Yeah, 412 and some change, 98 cents.
Oh, okay.
it's less than half of mine,
The
but
one you had, yeah.
yeah.
I mean, a lot of that was
Still.
gifts from people and Steam sales, so
See,
It's
you
kinda
buy
just
at a
added up.
smart time. I don't buy at smart time.
why buy it?
I
at
also
full
buy a
price?
lot of in-game currency and a lot of cosmetics.
Oh god, what is it for CS:GO, Apex?
Apex, Rainbow Six Siege.
Destiny.
That's only on Steam. I'm playing Valorant again, and dude, I've been buying a lot of skins recently, and it's kind of a problem. But just on Steam alone, I've spent a total of, I think, it says right here, $5,324.64. But that's over the course. That's over the course of 10 years. My Steam account I first
10 years.
opened in like 2014.
Okay.
So it's not like I dropped like $5,000 in like a year. Like that's a problem. Obviously.
Yeah.
Oh,
And I mean, at least you have something to show for it. Where like there's definitely been things that I spend my money on that I will not disclose on the podcast, but I don't have anything to show for it.
Shoes.
So
how many games do y'all each have?
174.
yeah, I think I'm 90. Let me see, 91.
103, and yet I spent the least amount.
Yeah, you're smart, dude. You don't
Yeah.
buy in-game currency. You don't buy cosmetics.
I don't.
And you buy it on
Yeah.
sales.
I buy a
I
lot of
don't.
Fortnite V-Bucks.
Fortnite, V-Bucks.
I get to tell you,
Yeah,
to spend
another interesting
$200
thing
on
would be
that.
how many AAA games do you think you buy? Do you think your like
God.
do you think your library's more AAA games or like indie, like small
It's
developers?
mostly indie.
Yeah.
I've got like maybe 10 AAA games.
And I feel like that plays a part of it too, right? Because like most indie games aren't really gonna be clocking out like over $40. I feel like most of them are like in the $10 to $25 range.
Yeah.
Sheesh.
Because I feel like I got a good mix. I feel like
I
got a
have
good
like I'm
mix.
about 50-50. I think if I stare at it long.
50-50.
Yeah.
Well, that's a lot of games, but you know what's the most important game?
Fortnite.
Super Bowl, Matt.
Football.
Not Fortnite.
Football.
Fortnite.
Fortnite, and that's what we did.
Super Bowl.
That's what we did.
Dude,
this
you guys
past
watched the
weekend.
Fortnite Super Bowl? This shit was great.
Oh yeah, the Fortnite Super Bowl. Oh my god, what a fucking ride that was. Jeez, I could tell you all the fun things that happened during the game, but we're gonna save that for the second half of this episode because you two gotta bounce at the half.
Yeah, we got
point.
about.
But
got about a little
before
early.
we do, you guys do bounce, and I introduce a special guest for the podcast. Let's talk about some highlights about the Super Bowl. Matt, I know you're not
Dude.
into the whole sports, but there were a lot of things that came out of this
Yeah,
Super Bowl that
dude.
I know you're excited about.
Yeah.
Let me just throw one out there just to start it off. You guys
Yeah.
see that trailer for Deadpool and Wolverine?
Yes.
There you go.
Oh
There you
my
go.
god.
Who wants to start it? Who wants to start that off?
I was gonna say just for reference, we technically didn't get a Deadpool trailer like your brother Vincent said. We got told that there was a trailer online.
That's
right?
true. It wasn't technically. It didn't drop during the Super Bowl.
No, but I actually saw the trailer today and I like loved it. I don't know if anyone else wants to go. Yeah, you could go ahead. Go ahead, Matt.
Dude, it looks so much fun. Like, I just love like the whole comedic aspect behind Deadpool and like how they're like incorporating it and like how hardened and steeled like Wolverine is, and it just looks like a fun like mix of like very badass like fuck shit up, but then like at the same time you have like two polar opposites of like a spectrum, a very loose like almost like anti-hero like Deadpool who's like very like nonchalant, like I don't care if I do the right or like bad things for the right thing, and then you have like Wolverine who's just like Wolverine, you know?
Wolverine. That was
very metal.
That was such a cool trailer. The way they pieced it together. They tied in the TVA from Loki. I don't know if you guys are caught up with that. He's the Messiah. He's the Marvel Jesus. He's gonna save the entire multiverse, and he's just gonna. It looks like he's gonna cut into like pivotal moments of the Marvel movies, and he's just gonna fuck shit up and drag Wolverine into it at some point.
Yeah,
They did not reveal anything. I loved it.
Yeah, I liked it because I didn't feel like they revealed too much, and I also liked it because like what you're saying is I feel like they're kind of leaning in a little bit to the like narrative, like, hey, we know we haven't been like putting out the best movies as of lately, and like here's Deadpool to break the fourth wall and save it all, kind of thing, you know.
And it's funny you mentioned like Marvel Jesus, because I think in a short like statement, that's exactly how like Ryan Reynolds describes like the two characters into like this new film. It's like Marvel Jesus, like you're cutting in through like different aspects in like time and like totally playing God in all of it. Like
being very aware that the timeline for Phase 4 and 5 are so messy right now, and the fact that him being bought by Disney, him coming into the multiverse to just fix it, and how the way he does it, I'm excited. It looks like the most fun I'm gonna have watching a movie this year.
Yeah, I'm so excited for it actually.
After that, I don't know if you saw the other trailer, but Kingdom, I think it was Kingdom of the Planet of Apes.
Yeah.
I think it was a new trailer. I don't think it was the same one we've seen, but I think I've talked about it. I'm excited to see that movie, and I've never seen any of them. So
we gotta plan a date. Like, go
go
through those films. Yeah.
Yeah, Eli, we can't hear your audio. I don't know if that's.
You might have cut out for a second.
Yeah. But
keep talking about trailers. I'm talking to our special guest right now.
Okay.
Dude, you see the speaking of other trailers, did you see the thing for Kung Fu Panda 4?
Kung Fu Panda 4? Yes. Dude, did you see the little rabbit?
Yeah,
like
with the fireworks?
Rabbits? Yeah, dude. No, that looks like a good one. What was another one that I really liked? Oh, Wicked. Wicked looks cool. And
I'm curious on that one.
Yeah, I'm not the biggest theater kid. Like I've never been to like a Broadway show or anything, but like my girlfriend and her friends are like really into that.
Yeah, this one I heard was more of like not a theatrical take, but more like a musical take. So I'm curious how they like reprise like all the roles, and plus Ariana Grande is playing what's her name?
The Good Witch.
Yeah.
And
like I think this is probably like her biggest role at the moment, because I think I only remember her being in Victorious. I don't think she's had any other like film roles before. No.
Yeah, no, I think you're right. Let's check it out.
So I'm kind of curious to see how she takes this in stride.
Yeah, I feel like I mean, I loosely know the. Have you ever seen Wicked like on Broadway? I don't know if you can talk about it. I've never seen it, so
I've seen snippets of it.
Okay.
but probably not enough to have like a fully developed opinion on it.
Oh, before you keep talking about movie trailers, I brought on a special guest.
Oh,
Lady,
Oh my god.
no, ladies, gentlemen, best friendos, welcome to the Best Friendos podcast. Our very first special guest, Reddick.
Reddick!
Oh my god. Hello,
Woo,
everyone.
pressure's
What's up,
on,
dude?
baby.
Holy crap. I feel like I'm getting interrogated.
Yeah, you
Oh,
are.
God.
You're about to be,
Oh.
dog.
Oh, shit.
Welcome to the podcast, me Ading.
Hello, everyone.
Ding.
Thank you.
What's
Thank you
up?
for
Dude.
thank you for letting me be on this podcast today. I appreciate.
Of course,
Appreciate it.
Of course.
Absolutely.
Thanks for coming in.
You wanna care to explain yourself just a little bit about to our listeners who you are?
My name is Reddick Sharma. I am. I go to Sac State. I am currently a junior. I am the youngest out of my two sibs. The person that decided to pick me up has been
Yeah.
my kuya Elijah,
Oh yeah, this
and
guy.
yeah, who I am.
What's your rank in Valorant, dog?
Oh fuck! Not the Valorant.
Yeah, let's put him on
Oh
blast.
shit! Oh
Say
shit!
it. Say it. He's like Radiant 3.
Oh no, dude. Oh my god. I just started getting back into the game, dude. Like,
Dude, same.
honestly, it's
All I
just
found-
I'm gold too.
Heck
Say,
yeah, bro.
Yeah, I used to be diamond. Yeah, it's been a
Dude.
huge drop off.
Nah, you'll get it
drop off.
back. You'll get it back.
Yeah, you'll be
Hopefully.
fine.
Hopefully.
Well, we welcome you, Reddick. We are just talking about the Super Bowl. We're about to start talking about it in depth, but we're gonna just lead into it before we get all in about the game itself. But we're just gonna talk about like what we saw, halftime show, movie trailers, all that fun jazz.
Hell yeah.
We just talked about Deadpool 3. You excited about that?
Oh my god, I'm so excited
Yeah.
about that. Did you guys see the all the hidden Easter eggs in there?
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude. Just
The
Oh my
comic
god.
book?
Did you guys
Yeah.
Did you see the comic book? Holy shit.
Yeah.
That was insane. I saw that today when I was going to work and I was like, "Holy crap, no way."
They're having
So I'm
that,
excited.
the 20th
So
Century
stoked.
Fox logo. Fuck. It
Oh
looks
my god.
Epic, dude. Fucking looks epic.
I fucking love Deadpool, so like
Mhm.
me seeing that in a third movie. I think it's the third movie.
Oh yeah, third.
Phenomenal.
Mm-hmm. And then
Phenomenal.
we talked about Kingdom of the Planet of Apes. That looks fun. We love a
Oh.
good like ape movie. I'm not totally excited. I haven't watched any of the
I have
movies.
to, yeah, I have to sit there and watch all of them.
All of
These are-
them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't watched any of them. They look good. Wicked with Miss Ariana Grande.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Ariana Grande's in a film again? What?
Yeah.
Yeah, we were just talking about it. I think this is like her first big quote unquote blockbuster because everything else she's done is like
Small roles.
episodes and like TV shows or like Nickelodeon shows. Like
She's
Victorious?
had one role in a Adam McKay movie called Don't Look
What?
Up. She's in it very.
Oh.
She has a small role in it though.
okay,
She's
but like
playing
yeah, that's
herself.
like her first big role.
Yeah,
so.
first big role.
And then like we're curious to see like how it goes because like this isn't like your typical like theater production film. It's more musical, I think, is what I've heard.
Yeah,
is the
it's a
take on it.
musical. It's a
So
movie
curious to
based
see how
on
they take it in stride and how she performs like a first
Mhm.
big like film feature. And
Got
then
Loki.
me and Andrew just talking about Kung Fu Panda.
Oh shit.
Comes out
Kung
soon.
Fu Panda.
Very
His
excited.
girlfriend.
Mhm.
And then with the rabbits and the fireworks, I don't know, it just looks like a fun film.
That was the perfect
very
add-on.
very nostalgic. Bring back fun stuff. And then what else was on the trailer? Wasn't there
There wasn't that
a Fall
much.
Guy trailer?
Fall Guy with the Ryan Gosling.
Yeah,
Looks
excited for that one too.
cool. Twisters, the reboot sequel of the 90s
Oh my God,
Spielberg movie
yeah.
Twister. Looks cool. Haven't watched that either.
Yeah, I think we also saw another snippet of A Quiet Place Day One.
Quiet Place Day
Oh
1.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
excited for that one. Monkey Man, another trailer out there too.
Yeah.
Dave Patel.
Dave Patel. There
Yeah.
you go.
Oh.
Zuko,
Let's
dude.
go.
OG Zuko.
Go.
OG Firelord Zuko.
And then another Ryan Reynolds film, If.
If the imaginary movie.
I was actually like not like dumbfounded, but like they were explaining like if they're like IF, imaginary friend, and like,
If.
holy shit,
F.
that's crazy. That
Oh,
makes
big brain.
yeah, dude. I was sitting there and I was like, whoa, my brain's exploding. Never would have guessed.
I can't wrap
Wait,
my mind around
if-
it.
Represents
If-
an imaginary friend. Fuck!
Right, dude.
No fucking way. Ryan Reynolds
another-
did it again. Damn
Dude.
it.
This was written and directed by John Krasinski as well. So.
He came up with Jin. He bought a soccer, football team. He's Deadpool, and he made a movie called If.
Yeah, not a horror movie.
God, Ryan
Does it all, dude. Does it all.
Ryan Reynolds, man, fucking does it all.
And then I think the only other trailer that came out was Inside Out 2, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Haven't seen that
Yeah, I
one.
think that's the last one.
Looks cool.
So, looks cool.
A lot of good movie trailers. Really good excitement for that one. But I think we can all say the one that we're most excited about was Deadpool and Friend, or Deadpool and Wolverine.
yeah.
Now, going away from movies, let's talk about it a little bit about the game, because we're
Oh
gonna,
my.
yeah, because you and me are gonna be talking about it more in depth, Reddick, because these two got to bounce at the halfway point. But we're gonna talk about it, the game, just a couple highlights. So, last episode, me and Andrew made a 6-man stupid bet. It's our first ever
Yeah,
best
just
friendos.
predictions.
Yeah, our first ever best friendos Super Bowl bet. So me and him made 6 individual fun bets. So first we did the coin flip, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I guessed.
You guessed tails, I'd
Edson.
get head.
I got that.
So you got that
Or
one.
no. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And we did how many times are we going to see Taylor Swift? Ended up
Which
being
you
12.
got that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. We did. You pick a number and then you get plus or minus 3, so you pick 10.
You're doing the under or over.
Yeah. And then I did 6.
What was the other one? We did that, Taylor Swift. We did the trailer to see what trailers we were going to see. We saw Deadpool, we did not see Borderlands, which sucks.
Mm-hmm.
Man.
You got that one. What else was there?
And then it was the score of the Chiefs one and the score of the Niners,
Niners
one.
one,
And,
yep.
Yeah, and you got closer for your Chiefs. You guessed 30-23, I guess 2017.
Okay. Was that it? We had 5 then, huh?
Oh,
and
and then
Gatorade.
the last one was the color Gatorade, and it was purple again, because I think it was purple last year too.
So who got that one?
Neither of us. I guessed yellow, and you guessed red.
Red is if you mix it with blue, it's purple. So
Oh my god.
I mean, kind of.
Yeah.
All right, we'll call it a draw, but we can let's. What do you want to do for the next episode? You want to wear backwards clothes? What do you want to do? You want to wear a face mask or something? Let's. I like the idea of let's just do something fun. for the
Do
next
something
episode.
fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm down. We could brainstorm a little bit. I'd like to think about it for a little bit.
Wear a wig.
Wear a wig?
Yeah.
Shave your head on camera.
Ooh, that'd be
Oh
crazy.
my god.
I won't be
Can we
doing
save that for like episode 100? Like, I'm down to do that.
something like that.
So
Sure.
at 100. Okay.
Sure.
Sure. Let's go on and talk about another highlight, very big one, Usher.
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 All right, how excited were you guys when Usher performed? Do you think this was the best Super Bowl halftime show?
Absolutely not.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I don't think it was the
Really?
best, but I do think it's
You're
one of
not
the
real
better
Usher
ones.
fans, boys.
Well, okay. No, well, I am, but like, I argue that like Rihanna's from like a few years ago is a lot better.
Oh,
Okay.
That's
definitely.
crazy.
On the Smash Bros stage?
That's crazy. I don't think
Yeah, the
so.
Smash Bros stage, dude.
While pregnant? Sheesh.
Oh my
God.
god.
Was Usher pregnant?
Oh my god.
He probably got some baby mamas pregnant. He's Usher, dude.
Alicia Keys.
Alicia Keys.
Dude, he was kind of.
It was.
He
all
brought
in
on,
there.
He was all up in the.
He brought on Lil Jon, and he brought
Ludicrous.
Ludicrous?
Ludicrous and will.i.am.
will.i.am, yeah.
Yeah.
Just to do, yeah, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah. No, I think it was a solid performance.
It was solid, right?
Very good. The song choices were tasteful, nostalgic.
Mm.
Yeah,
He
I
danced well.
actually I liked Usher more than I liked Rihanna, but I don't think I feel like the best that we've seen like within the last like I don't know 20 years is probably like either Bruno Mars or like Shakira.
Ooh, Bruno Mars was a good
Oh
one.
yeah.
Wait, Shakira is also hit big.
Yeah.
I think Bruno Mars was probably goated because he brought Beyonce
Yeah.
on.
Fantastic.
What
Oh,
I
yeah.
will acknowledge
That
about
dance off.
Rihanna last year is she did it all by herself. Like usually I feel like they do rely a lot on special guests, like who you're bringing out, and she
Yeah.
didn't have anyone else.
She
Similar to
owned
like
it.
The Weeknd a few years ago, he didn't have any features either.
It's true.
Oh, that's right. Weekend was performed at one point.
And then he did a whole roller skating bit too.
Yeah,
kinda-
I didn't know
Kind of went wild.
he could grind on roller skates. He's kind of cool.
Yeah, that's kind of
That-
crazy.
It's kind of
Could not be me.
poggers for that.
Right.
I didn't
But man, dude, he got sweaty.
He did
Oh,
that.
yeah.
He did that chest vibration thing from one of his music videos.
No, but like, dude, like he went through like 3 different like costume changes, and my man's was like, dude, I was surprised he could see.
hmm
He was like caked in sweat.
So we think Usher did on
Usher did good.
on a scale of 1 to 10. Where are we? Where is he at?
He's a definite like top 7, but he's not at 7 though.
Okay.
I
I'd say
feel
like
like
a
it's just look. If he would have been a top 4 or a top 3, if Justin Bieber came out, like let's be real, if
Everyone
you bring out
expected that to
nostalgia,
happen.
yeah, if you bring back nostalgia, we would kind of like be like, holy crap, like this would be kind of crazy, you know? Like
Mhm.
everyone would kind of think back like, he bring him out, what the heck? But right now it's like at 7 because who would have thought that he would have bring out Lil Jon and like all these other guests? But
Chris.
will.i.am, yeah, exactly. It's kind of lit.
That one kind of threw me off when like he brought them all out, and I was like, oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Like out of 10, maybe like a 6.5.
6'5".
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think I'd give him like a 7.58 somewhere in there. I don't know what
I think I'm on the same boat with you guys. 7. Solid 7.
Yeah.
I didn't grow up with
7.
I didn't grow up with Usher. I liked his songs, but I'm
Yeah,
not, like,
he was like a
diehard
middle
about it.
school era for me.
Yeah, he was always that middle school era guy that all the girls listened to, and he's like,
Yeah, school dances and all
yeah.
that.
Nothing. And that was the halftime show, but there was. I don't think I can really point out any other memorable, like, thing that's not the game that happened.
And it was like SpongeBob on.
Oh, this whole SpongeBob.
Yeah,
Oh, I
right.
didn't watch it though.
I missed the SpongeBob part, but I saw like.
I feel like
snippets
that would
of
be
it
something you
online.
could watch, Matt. Like, who's not into
Dude,
football,
yeah,
just
Super
watch
Bowl with
that.
SpongeBob. I'd be down. I'll look for clips
Sweet
later.
Victory. That's how they started out the
They
show.
played it really?
Yeah, they did the Sweet Victory. That's how they started
Yo, what?
That's fire.
I
Yeah,
missed out.
and they cut to all the celebrities, but they're like fish. They're like fish, like Billy Fishlish or something. I don't know.
Oh,
Dude, but
that's
it's kind
so
of
stupid.
it's kind of annoying because that's like for sure like that song is like for like us and like our generation, and you know like these other little kids, like I'm not saying that they didn't like listen to that episode or watch it, but like you know like we're the ones that
Dude,
grew up
it's
with
one
it.
of
They
those
shoulda-
you just had to be
They
there.
should have put that shit on the live broadcast. I would have been lit up in there.
Mhm.
Exactly, dude. I would have been like, I would have dropped
on stage
everything
with
I was doing.
Usher. Then that's a
Dude,
solid
yeah.
10. That's a solid 10.
Yeah.
Instead, he had to
Okay,
perform.
crazy.
SpongeBob had to perform that by himself, dude.
Yeah.
God.
Who else did we see have cameos? Taylor Swift was there. Ice Spice was there for a little bit. Yeah.
That was
Nice.
insane.
Blake Lively.
Blake Lively.
LeBron James.
Who's that angry
Jeff
British guy?
Jeff Goldblum was there, right?
Oh, I don't know if you guys have seen it. There's a funny ass like video like TikTok of 21 Savage is there and he's like singing all of like Usher's stuff for halftime, but like he's not. I don't know. He just sounds funny while he's singing it. It's hella funny. You should look it up.
And then
21
Savage
Savage.
singing
Post
singing
Malone
Usher.
played, right?
Yeah, he did the
Yeah, Post
America
Malone.
the Brave, yeah.
Heck yeah, I
And
love that
Reba McEntire.
Yeah.
guy. Yeah.
What other notable stuff happened? Oh, there was streakers. There was streakers. in
Oh
the
yeah,
third
yeah.
quarter.
Partial streakers, right? I
Yeah. Think
they halted
two
the game
guys.
for like a minute.
Did you know it
Yeah.
cost, I don't know how much, I think, this might be an exaggeration, I don't know, fact check me, but I think it's upwards to like 100K if you streak on live broadcast.
Really?
It's
Yeah,
it's a
like the
lot.
fine for it's fat.
Yeah, it's
Wow.
a fat check, dude. It's a fat.
And imagine doing that during the Super Bowl. I'd imagine it'd be like worse.
Isn't
you're
that how
there-
what's his
if
name
you're
got
there, you're chilling.
like in debt? Oh, Vitaly.
Vitaly.
He like did Vitaly did a streak in the World Cup, and then he fucking got like all his accounts banned. Like
You're lying.
and he can no
Yeah,
longer
he-
be
yeah.
in that stadium anymore.
yeah,
Yeah.
he's in debt
probably.
right now. Like that's how bad the fine was.
So, yeah, like they do
Damn.
not take it lightly, and you probably like permabanned from like that venue, and like even other sporting events like that too.
Jeez.
Was it him, the same guy that did that too at the game?
I think it was a different guy. I don't think they disclosed who streaked, or at least I haven't found out or heard about it.
How come we didn't see that during the game or during the
Dude,
SpongeBob
I'm pretty sure they probably
Yeah.
hard cut that instantly.
because it happened during one of the plays, right?
Yeah, they flagged, and then they're like no one moved the camera. I think there's a guy
They,
like
they never
Oh.
showed it. They
Yeah.
never showed it on camera, but they announced it.
yeah, they announced it. It was a call during one of the flags, right?
Yeah, it was whoever like commentating with Tony Romo. It wasn't Tony Romo, it was the other guy.
Mm.
Yeah.
What the fuck? dude?
Also, well, fun tidbit since we're talking about like fines and stuff. Did you know it costs like $7 million for like 30 seconds of airtime for like an ad at the Super Bowl?
How much?
30?
7 million. $7 million per 30
Oh.
seconds
For 30
to have.
seconds.
Yeah, dude.
There-
it's
did you guys
nuts.
see that one guy that like he had like that car commercial with his tires, and that guy was there for like 4 seconds, and he just like
Oh
he
yeah,
just- yeah, he grabbed the football. He grabbed the football, and he was like, yeah, and then he just walked away, and I was like, that was
it was like a very like small like local business like that was
What?
like a tire shop, and like he had like a good minute of like airtime, and he's just
know,
talking about like,
right.
like why they should shop for like used tires at his place, and like all of us is like buy my tires, and he threw a football, like that was it.
yeah. That's I was like,
And
okay,
like I'm not like trying to like poke fun at the guy, but like it's one of those like clearly like this was shot like with one other person, like someone's like cell phone almost. It was a very small production value, and like
Where is
he
that?
paid for like $1 million.
I
You didn't see it, dude? It was crazy. It was like very low budget, like but like he paid for airtime.
I saw the Kanye West commercial. That was it.
Let me see if I can find it. I'll drop it in.
I
the
I don't know if that
chat.
was real. I didn't know if that one's real, but I saw that.
Like-
I saw that on the TikTok.
I don't know if it's just me, but like this year, I kind of feel like my mind went blank on the commercials. I didn't find anything like
There was
incredibly
nothing.
like over the top.
Timu was the only
There
one that
was-
stood out.
Oh, yeah,
only
this is
one
the
that I
team
could-
ad.
that was
I was gonna
really
say the-
interesting.
I like the State Farm one with Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Mine was
Danny
the
DeVito.
CeraVe
Danny
one with Michael
DeVito,
Cera.
yeah.
Sarah V.
Yeah, CeraVe with Michael Cera. That one's
It's either
funny.
that one or the Dunk Kings, the one with like.
Oh my god,
J-Lo,
dude, that one was crazy.
Tom Brady, yeah.
I can't think of any commercial that happened during, because the Super Bowl is a lot more fun when you're paying attention to the ads and commercials. But there was nothing that stood out to me this year besides Timu and that used tires commercial. I want to look for that now.
I'm looking for it right now.
The thing
There's
about
also the
Temu
Paramount
ad-
one too.
The Timu ad came on like 3 times.
Yeah,
I
they
saw that
made
ad more
money.
than anything. Yeah, dude.
He made money.
Isn't Timu just like Etsy or something, or like
No,
Yeah, it's
dollar store Etsy?
It's like wholesale. It's like Alibaba. I feel
Yeah.
like is what it's closer
Yeah,
to.
isn't it?
It's like wholesale, like the stuff you'd buy on Amazon if you're willing to like wait 30 days for it and like okay with it being shipped from China. You'll
Yeah,
get it for
that's
cheap.
what I thought it was. Like Wish.com.
Yeah, it's like Wish, 100%.
Yeah, I can't think of anything that notable during the Super Bowl commercial. There's nothing of.
Oh, there's the talking like walking BMW ad as well, where everyone talk like Christopher Walken.
That's cool.
Yeah.
You gotta talk like this.
Yeah,
Oh,
basically.
there was the Uber Eats ad with the people from Friends.
Oh
What's
yeah.
her name? Jennifer Aniston, and then
Jennifer
the guy. Yeah.
Oh, the Michelob Ultra with Messi was pretty cool too.
So
Oh, yeah.
weird.
You're naming
The
like.
guy didn't even speak English. The guy just hopped on. He was like,
He just goes Michelob and then just starts playing soccer.
And then she's
I
like,
was
do,
like,
you want
okay.
do you want anything else? No, he just shakes his head and then dips.
Uh-huh.
That one was funny.
Yeah.
There's the Ezio, the Thank You France one. That one was funny.
There's the Ken Jong. I saw that one. Popeyes.
And then whatchamacallit? Chris Pratt, Mr. Pringles.
Oh.
Yeah, that was funny.
He had a really good
literally-
mustache in that one.
Dude, they'll literally put that man and copy paste like we need a,
we need a
we
guy.
need some
This guy.
average actor to just like plug in, like someone that's not like overly memorable and that we can like mold. And it's like, okay, now it's Chris Pratt. Chris Pratt's Pringles, Chris Pratt's Super Mario Bros. Garfield.
There's that Ice Spice commercial. That one was fun, I guess.
That's so random.
Ice Spice.
So random.
Oh, Aubrey Plaza. There you go with Mountain Dew. Oh, God, I'm just trying to look up all these. It's so hard. I can't think of anything that's cool. Budweiser. Sure. A lot of good ads, I guess, if you can find them. A lot of good commercials, a lot of good movie trailers, a lot of good highlights. But yeah, overall, because I know you guys have to go. What did you guys think overall of the Super Bowl, Andrew?
Dude, it was one of my like more memorable Super Bowls today. Like the game itself, I was happy that it wasn't a blowout and that it was close.
It was a fun game to watch.
If I had to like put the blame on someone, like, okay, there's two things that come to my mind, and I know you guys will probably talk about it in the half, but like one is, I don't know if you saw, but supposedly Niner like players were talking about how they didn't know the rules to overtime in playoffs, which is like crazy to me. And then the second thing is I think the Niners would have won if McLeod didn't sell on that one where he like
the field goal attempt, right?
Yeah.
No, he literally didn't need to touch the punt. He could have just took the field position, and then he like it falls on the ground and he's like, well, I'll touch it now. And then next play the Chiefs get the ball instead of him returning the punt, right? Because he muffed it. And then the next play they throw a touchdown. And like that was a huge momentum shift. But overall, yeah, I like the Super Bowl better than I did last year.
It was a lot more fun to watch this game versus the one year before, because I wanted them to beat the Eagles, for one last year, because I didn't like, no disrespect to Eagles fans, you guys are probably great, but the fan base kind of sucks, low key. Matt, he didn't even say goodbye.
Oh, I think he accidentally DC'd. I don't think he meant to.
Okay, but where'd you go?
Oh, dude, my Discord just died.
Okay. It was a very more enjoyable game. I had a great time watching this, compared to the last few years. But Matt, I know, besides like the game itself, did you enjoy the things surrounding Super Bowl at least?
Oh no, I did, and
ads,
I honestly like I came in like I'm like TLDR. Please don't shame me for it. I'm not like the biggest football watcher or fan. But like I quickly got invested into just like watching the game. Like I was supposed to leave like before halftime and like drive all the way back home. Ended up staying for the whole thing and like just having a good time with like family and friends. And cheering on like whoever was like just whoever everyone else was cheering on for, because I don't really have a football team that like I follow. But it was a lot of fun. Like the energy was like definitely contagious. Like all the ads and like the trailers that came out and like just the overall like the fun time like everyone was having, like you could definitely feel it even like just watching from home. And I'm definitely like looking to like probably like take part in like next season and like find a team and like start like,
we
getting
got
into it.
him.
Become a Bronco. Become a Seahawk.
No, because like the one time I followed football is like I was a New York Giants fan. So let's see what happens.
That's right.
Where are you following on, Matt? Okay, where if you're gonna get into football, which we're gonna hold you on, this is a record.
Okay.
On record, which team?
On
spot right now.
Like we'll see, because like
let him shop.
Yeah, because like the only other time I followed football was like probably like late middle school, early high school. I was like a Giants fan for like a little bit.
Okay.
But then like but like I fell off like after that, and I was like, I'd peep, and like they just weren't the same team as before, so like I was just like kind of fell off football after that.
I can see you.
So we'll see. Like I'll definitely shop around, but yeah, I'm curious to see like where I fall this year, or like this upcoming season.
Seahawks. We got a new coach.
I know you guys all have different teams, right? I know Eli's
Yeah.
a Seahawks fan for sure.
Yeah, Cowboys.
Cowboys.
12's
Reddick?
Nation,
Broncos
baby.
country. Broncos
Broncos.
country.
Woo, Broncos.
I might join Reddick just because I have a Broncos shirt. Not like the football team, but like the car.
Also, you have friends. You have friends in that area too, right?
Yeah, I do have friends in Bronco country.
I feel like you could just be a Broncos. I
don't know.
I can
Let's
see you
see.
being your vibe.
Really? I don't know. We'll see. Well, we'll have to
But
watch.
I don't want you to be with Reddick.
I'm hitting.
I don't know. I could just jump
need-
back to the
I need
Giants and we'll see
someone.
what happens. But
I need someone.
I
Please.
I mean, I kind of rooting for you too, Reddick. You did take our quarterback, so you know.
Hey, I mean, it was for the
Yeah,
best.
At the same
you know?
time.
That's for the best.
Well, we'll talk
I'm
about
being
it.
honest.
We'll talk about it in the second half, but I'll just say, great Super Bowl, right, guys?
heck yeah.
Yay.
Right. Let's rate.
Hell yeah.
Let's rate the Super Bowl because we love rating on this podcast.
Oh,
Where in the past 5 years, let's do the past 4 Super Bowls. Where do you rank this? Or 5 years
Past 4.
or 5?
Oh.
Who are the last?
So
five,
okay, so
actually?
20.
I'll say this now. This is
2020.
my favorite because it's probably the only one I've watched like the last 4 years.
So from 2020 all the way to 2024.
Yeah, so 2020 was Kansas City and San Francisco. That's the first one they won.
There you go.
2021 is when Tampa Bay smoked Kansas City. That was Tom Brady at Tampa Bay.
Mhm.
And then the next one is the Rams versus Cincinnati. And then last year's, which was Kansas City and Philadelphia. And then this year, Kansas City.
So we're doing
and
the
San
last
Francisco.
5 years, correct?
Do 4.
Yeah.
Last 4? Okay. So 2024 to 2021.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
Honestly,
think-
that's hard, bro.
I kind of like this game a lot. Not gonna
I
lie.
think this is my favorite of last
This-
4.
this
Dude,
is my
Rams
favorite.
versus Cincinnati was like the least memorable for me. Last year's was okay, and then like Tampa Bay, that was a cool one to see Tom Brady win, but they smoked the Kansas City Chiefs, so like it wasn't even close.
Ultimate counter. The ultimate counter for Patrick Mahomes.
Literally.
Now he's retired.
he was the stepping.
There's no
He was the
no
passing.
counter. There's no counter to him anymore.
Tom Brady is for Mahomes what Eli Manning was to Brady.
Oh, definitely.
It was definitely an All Might passing it on to Deku moment. That's
Oh
what
my
it was. That's what it fucking
Oh
was.
my god.
Mahomes can't win against a guy that's like already halfway retired. That was crazy.
God.
I agree. I've only seen like 2. I have seen 3 Super Bowls, but the only ones that stood out to me are the last. Like, this one will probably be it, and I think the one that you mentioned, the Tampa Bay, right, with Payne, right?
With Tom Brady.
Tom Brady, yeah. Brady's 2.
Yeah.
I guess the third time the Chiefs and the Niners went out, and then last year. Last year,
Yeah.
probably May 4th.
Are we talking about
Yeah.
halftime shows or are we talking about games?
In general.
The games.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. If I had to give you my best opinion, I think the Eagles versus the Kansas City Chiefs, that game was so neck to neck. Like
Yeah.
a 38 game. That was
Mhm.
like that was one of the most like dedicated games that I was actually like really intrigued because I love high scoring games because anything could happen. Honestly, like when it comes to that point, it's like everyone is darting up, everyone is playing their best, and they're playing their full potential. I think this year's Super Bowl was, I mean, I loved it. I think what it was just the Niners just kind of got cocky. I mean, you obviously saw someone celebrating and then tore his ACL. So like, I mean, he tore his Achilles. What was his name? Their
Greenlaw?
Yeah. No. I think it was I think it is Dre Greenlaw. Yeah, he
I
like
saw Greenlaw.
tore his-
He like tried to run. He tried to run onto the field, and he did like some weird jump thing,
Yeah.
and he like tore his Achilles. Yeah.
Yeah, it was like, I mean, don't get me wrong, like, I mean, there's certain types of people that are cocky throughout Super Bowls and stuff, and I think Patrick Mahomes played it with his like full confidence, like he didn't care at all, you know.
He didn't cry
I
this
think-
time.
Yeah, he didn't cry. He wasn't folding under pressure. He even said it at the beginning of like throughout this week. I think he was like, "Oh, Niner fans were here," and and then it kind of sparked like, oh my god, like, is Brock Purdy gonna beat his ass in the Super Bowl, or is he actually gonna like, who knows? So I think in my ranking, I think the Eagles versus Kansas City Chiefs is at 1 right now. I think at 2 is definitely the Niners versus Kansas City Chiefs this year. And then I don't know why, but I feel like the 2019 Niners versus Kansas City Chiefs was a good game. I think everyone got ahead of themselves thinking that, oh my god, the Niners are going to win. It's halftime, like 21, like 10. Are you serious? It's going to be game over. No one thought, like, who would have thought, like, Patrick Mahomes would have pulled that off
This is
and
the first
legit,
time I
like,
watched football too.
I know, it was literally in one
crazy.
quarter that he literally switched the whole team and literally flipped them. Like, it was so bad. Like, it was like you could never counter this guy, and he just played everything so bad, like, so much better.
Yeah.
I think if I had to give you like one of the worst Super Bowls, I think it was just definitely the Rams versus the Patriots, the most boring. What is that, like 14, like 9? It was so terrible. I don't know. I couldn't watch that one. So that's just me.
And that's our ranking of Super Bowls for the time being.
Yeah.
All right. Well, glad to have talked shop a little bit about cool things that we saw during and before the Super Bowl, but I know you guys have to go, so we'll take it from here, right, Otting?
Yup.
All right.
Yeah.
And
Have fun,
Alright.
boys. We'll catch y'all later.
Have
Mhm.
fun, dude.
Hey, yup.
All right. And commercial break. All right, Reddick, Otting.
Hello. Hello.
Reddick,
Hello.
Reddick,
Hello.
Reddick. How do you
Yup.
feel? How do you feel about being on the podcast so far?
Phenomenal. Honestly, it's it's chill environment.
Just feels like
Talk
talking,
about-
just talking like with the homies, right? Just kicking it
Yeah.
back, just talking.
Yeah, just chill. Just you just having a good time. Good feeling. So
It's kind of weird. I don't think we've had like a one-on-one talk, just casually talking like this in this kind of environment like this, probably in a long time. I know we've talked,
Yeah.
we've just like talked and hung out and talked about random shit, but in this kind of format, it's kind of fun. It's kind of a good excuse to talk to friends or talk to family members. We definitely got to bring the Makaiza clan in on this, but I don't
oh my
know.
god.
I don't know how organized it would be to have a conversation with like 7 other people.
Yeah, we were like so used to doing this in person. It's just like now, like, just try to get everybody on Discord, see if we can get everybody to.
I feel like
set
this would be
themselves-
easier though. This would be easier to talk about stuff online
Yeah.
through Discord than having to actually meet up in person and talk about it. Do
Yeah.
this sort of thing. To do this is kind of easy enough, and it's just kind of the same way when I do the Eli gameplays with you guys.
Mhm.
Oh,
Oh,
which,
yeah.
by the way, dropping this Friday, episodes 4 and 5. So please check that out when it comes on Friday.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned to that. But anyways, before I know we got off track a little bit, but so football, Super Bowl. Let's start from the
Football.
let's start from the beginning, Otting. So coming into watching this game, this is for anyone who's watching, listening. I am just a newly joined like fan of the game because I'd never really paid attention. I never really cared for it. I just watched the Super Bowl every year just to see what happened and be part of the conversation, but didn't really care or give a shit about it. But after deciding to stick with the Seahawks, go 12s. Gotta plug the team because I have family that lives up in Seattle. My grandma and my late grandpa, they were fans. They were big fans of the Seahawks, and some more of my family that is coming from the Philippines is moving to Seattle, and I have some family up in Canada. So for me, it made sense, and I love Seattle. So I just decided to settle for Seattle as my home team, and man, did we do great this season! Oh my
Yeah,
god,
you did.
under Pete Carroll's last fucking year. I can't believe right when I joined and I see what everyone's saying. He's a great coach. He does I could see now that he plays it super safe, or he plays old school football, but he doesn't take a lot of risks from what I've seen other coaches do. But
Nope.
I can already tell you, not a fan, too big a fan. Do not hate me. Do not flame me. I was not a fan of Geno Smith for like the second half, I guess, of his run.
He was never it.
I don't
He was
know.
never it.
And I see old game footage of like how Russell Wilson, aka trader to the Seahawks, since he got traded away to you guys, whatever. But you could talk about where that went wrong on your side. I'm talking
Yeah.
about my Seahawks experience. It was fun. We had fun games. Fuck the Niners, but I wanted you guys to
Yep.
win. I really wanted you guys to win, even though I hate hearing the whole gang, bang, bang, Niner shit, whatever. Like, whatever. I would rather take that over P. Holmes' domain expansion. Like, you were great. You're done. Like, oh, fuck. I'm tired of the Swifty Bowl, man, but,
Yep.
the cockiness and fame is getting to the Chiefs' attention, their heads. They're the next, I guess, Brady or whatever you want to
That
call them.
dynasty is unstoppable.
Yeah,
At the
so...
moment. It's-
But that was
Super.
overall my Seahawks experience watching football. And then watching this Super Bowl, we'll get into that. But how was your season, Otting? How was your season?
Oh my God!
I feel like you have
Broncos
a lot to say.
Broncos country, let's not ride this year, all right? Look, realistically, this outcome was okay. Don't get me wrong, and everybody bashes on the Broncos, and everyone's like imitating the Broncos country, let's ride, blah, blah. Don't get me wrong, I don't hate Russell Wilson. Like, I think like there's times where he just needs to develop in a new system, in a new format. He's
Right.
not used to running like these type of plays of how the Broncos run it compared to how the Seahawks run it. I don't know why, but he was a lot more riskier playing with the Seahawks than he was with the Broncos.
Mm.
The thing that I saw in the Seahawks, he's always throwing deep balls to DK Metcalf, throwing it to
Shout out DK.
yep. What's his name? He's throwing it to DK. He's throwing it to what's your other receiver? I forgot. Why am I blanking out?
Jigba?
Huh?
Smith,
Your wide receiver.
No. Fuck.
He's like pretty old, but he's like really notable. Why am I blanking out? He's like
He's one of the older players.
he's
right?
like old. Yeah, he's an older player. He was playing with Russell Wilson.
Wide receiver, right? Is he still on the roster, right? On
Yeah,
my-
he still plays. He still plays.
Jake Bobo. I see Bobo. I see Tyler Lockett.
Tyler Lockett.
Tyler
It's
Lockett.
it's Tyler Lockett. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, these guys were like outstanding route runners, and their positioning were like legit perfect for for Russell Wilson's like playbook. Like he relied on his receivers a lot more than he did with his O-line.
Mhm.
And that's where I felt like what the Broncos had was we had a really good O-line, but we had a really bad, wide receiver core. Like we don't I wouldn't say we don't have a really bad one, but it's just like
Mhm.
we have one main target, and that's Cortland Sutton, and he's doing phenomenal, and I think he's definitely a top 20 receiver at the moment.
Okay.
But I think we need more firepower, and we need more reliability in terms of just having we just need a new, we need a better name, like let's just try to get more key players throughout our our offense, because we've been throwing a bunch of defense right now. Like Patrick Surtain is the best safety in the league right now, and his coverage is practically impenetrable. And I think personally, throughout this season, I don't think we did necessarily bad. And I hate to say this, but Russell Wilson was not the problem. And if you guys do stat comparisons and you
But everyone
see,
on social media says it's Russell Wilson's fault.
I know, but you have to realize, what the crazy part is people bash on Russell Wilson for being a terrible quarterback and he's throwing picks, all this and that, right?
Yeah.
But if you check his stats, he had the same stats with Patrick Mahomes this season.
No.
He had 28 touchdowns. He had 28 touchdowns and 8 interceptions. and this was Patrick Mahomes' worst season. So, and then he got benched. Realistically, it's just a matter of trust, in your quarterback. Like his first year, of course, Russell Wilson didn't have anything. Like he didn't have Sean Payton. He didn't have all these key players. We had to rely on the Jets. The Jets head coach is now he's like a backup like defensive coordinator now. But like, yeah, like you can't really do much. I mean, obviously they won that game because their defense is crazy with Adam Saleh, and like you can't really do much against that. Like they the Jets team literally relies on their defense and nothing more than their offense. Garrett Wilson's okay. Their running back is okay. Dalvin Cook just got traded, so fuck him. He went back. He went to the Ravens, so like, dude, their team, like, yeah. And then Aaron Rodgers, their old ass quarterback, literally got injured.
First game.
Yeah,
right?
first 40 seconds throughout the first drive, immediately gets injured. Like, come on,
He's
dude.
just sitting
Like,
back,
that's not even.
sitting out.
Yeah. So I mean, like I said, the Broncos did not do bad this season. I mean, we did have a better record last season than this season. I think we will have to capitalize throughout this draft in April. If we do capitalize correctly and get mainly, I would prefer a quarterback in my eyes because I mean, obviously we can't trust Jared Stidham to be the next quarterback. I mean, he's a great quarterback, but I think the Broncos need more than him. I feel like they're ready to move on with just himself. Like I think if we move up the draft and we need to trade players, I'd love that. That would be a really key asset to helping us specifically. So that's just me.
So it's not the whole because you're making a great point. It's not because I know in my heart, like it's not everyone's just blaming. They need a figurehead, and obviously it's easy for everyone to blame the quarterback or the head coach sometimes, but it's also just like a team management thing. They just need to find balance. They need to find a perfect synergy with their players because I was watching. I did watch your games too, like because like I'll root for my Oddings team when they play, and it sucks because there are times where you're right. It's just you see there's the potential and it just drops like consistently. And I know you guys had good games. Like you guys did so well against the Chiefs. Like that was
people bash
game.
on us. People bash on us the craziest, and they're saying, "Oh my God, Patrick Mahomes was sick. He's been doing this. He wasn't his best." But,
Bullshit.
yeah, like, dude, that's full. You're full of shit. Like, you have to realize that we played with our best potential. We were literally 2 and like 2 and like 6, and you guys like doubted us, and you guys said that, "Oh wait, we're not gonna fucking win against this. Like, we're not gonna win." Everyone was like, "Yeah, I don't think we're gonna win against these guys. They're fucking gonna wipe us off the floor," and we ended up outperforming ourselves, and we did way better than them. So like, I mean, shit, dude. Like, if we could beat playoff caliber teams, then like, I honestly don't know what to say.
It just needs. You just need a new draft season, which it's in like what, May, right? May.
Yeah.
Soon, really soon. So
it's in April.
We gotta do another episode where we just talk about drafts, like who we would pick and who would we draft. Oh, and stay tuned for a new part of the Best Friendos where we do a spin-off with the fantasy Friendos.
Oh, yep.
Where we're gonna start a league, so it's gonna be fun.
Oh yeah.
So you summed it up. You had a shitty...
I'd like to add in one more thing.
Go ahead.
Everyone bashes on the Broncos for being one of the worst teams that can't compete against one of the shittiest teams. Like, you think of the Commanders, you think of like the Jets, you think of like the Bears, or you think of like the Raiders and like so on, right?
Yeah.
But the more that you think about it, and the more that we verse these high caliber teams like the Packers, the Chiefs, the Bills, and the Vikings, and like the Browns and stuff, like you see like how big of a difference we made a U-turn in terms of like how we played against these teams. Obviously, we got swept this season against the Dolphins. The Dolphins, they have literally an overpowered offense, but their secondary sucks.
They really built themselves up. Watching the Dolphins were pretty crazy. Like, I think a lot of teams had a lot of good things going for them, but they just I think it's just a lot of like. Correct me if I mean you can say if I'm wrong or not, but I feel like a lot of the time it's just strong. You need to have a strong offense and or strong defense, and like most teams either have one or the other, but can't have both.
Yeah.
It's
Yep.
weird, and the only one that is close enough, I guess, is face it. Like we all knew, and we knew a part of ourselves knew that the Chiefs were going to win because they are a little bit stronger in terms of both those categories. But you're right; it is not Mahomes' best like season, like
Yeah.
you know, and it
This
just
is the
shows.
season he threw like the most interceptions, and we were
Mhm.
like, "Oh my God, who would have thought that one of the best quarterbacks would falter against one of like the worst teams?" He'd throw the most interceptions against like one of the worst teams. Like he would throw it against the Jets, he would throw it against the Broncos, like he'd throw it against like half of these players that like everyone's like, "Oh yeah, like let's take it lightly," you know. But that's where he fucked up, you know.
And then come time the Super Bowl, no, I don't think he made a single. He didn't get an interception.
Oh, he did, he did,
Okay.
he did have an interception. Yeah,
Okay.
it was a bounce off.
Okay. But yeah, you need to have a strong force behind both of those things, and I really want the same thing for my Seahawks. Our defense just not the best, but I think the Legion of Boom will ride again because we got Mike McDonald from the Ravens, man, defense coordinator. Fuck yeah! Like I'm so excited to see potential. I hope we get a little bit more love with our offensive coordinator, and we potentially this is too soon, but I do like Drew Lock as our secondary
I
quarterback.
told you, I
Drew
told
Lock
you.
can cook, and I hate how like when he plays so good, and I just
Yep.
want to see more. He has the potential to be like the next. Like I think he can. They just need to let him play.
Yep.
Geno Smith is good. I just hate how he kind of doesn't. I don't know. He doesn't play the way I want him to play correctly, but you know that's just me.
Yeah.
But let's get into it now. Who did you want to win at the end of the day, Reddick? What was your mind going in? What was your mind going in before the Super Bowl? Where were you at?
Oh, shit,
Did
dude.
you want-
Honestly,
Honestly,
as much as I like I despise the Chiefs and whatnot, I hate 49ers fans, dude. Like honestly,
careful.
every
a lot of people who might be potentially listening.
Hey.
Apologies in advance, new listeners. We appreciate you for listening, but this is just fun talk.
Hey, look, it is fun talk, but at the end of the day, as soon as this podcast is over, I'm gonna be the first person that's gonna get attacked. You know, they're gonna be like,
Wow, the
"Oh my
first
God,
guest, the first guesting, he's like, we fucking
first
hate
guest
him.
to get attacked." Oh my God, they'll be like, "Oh my God, Niner fans like, Niners racing, Niners nation, less like, dude, like bang bang Niner gang, you know, like all this shit, you know." But I love, like, don't get me wrong, I hate the Niners and I hate the Chiefs. I hate both the teams. Don't get me wrong. They're obviously the Chiefs out of nowhere, like in the last 5 years span. You know, I've been to the Super Bowl 4 times in a row, and they won 3 out of 4. So, I mean, 2 out of the 3. My bad.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I hate the Chiefs. Now they have the most what is it called? Super Bowl wins throughout our division, and I hate that. We used to be on the top, and then we obviously lost it. But whatever, But also, you think about the Niners and how the cockiness they have. Like they have this cockiness of like, oh my God, look how many players we have. We have literally CMC, we have Debo Samuel, we have Brandon Ayuk, we have Arik Armstead. We have all these players, but they don't like. They're never like. How do you say this? They always think that. It's hard to say, but they always have this.
Say what's in your heart.
They always have this mentality of like, oh my God, I have 5 Super Bowls. What do you have? Like like that's the thing that hurts. Like obviously, like sure, like we have 3 Super Bowl dubs, but obviously you guys have plenty of great players on your team, but just it's they always have this one fail-safe plan of, oh, they have 5 rings. I have 5 rings. I have 5 rings, and that's all they're gonna say. Like realistically, they're only gonna say they have 5 rings, and they're gonna say, hey, my fucking offensive coordinator, my head coach is one of the best in the the league right now, but hey, he's playing like Doc Rivers in the NBA right now. Like he always chokes in the playoffs, like in the NBA, and they can't do shit. So they always know how to choke it. Especially this game and last couple of years ago when it was 2019, and they were up 21, and they started fucking, oh yeah, we're gonna win, and then yeah, they got cocky. And then this year you saw the score. It was legit like 10-3 first half. Fourth quarter
so
hits.
boring, by the way. So boring.
Yeah.
First half sucked.
Start fucking... Dude, it's crazy because defensively, the 49ers played absolutely incredible. But they fucking suck capitalizing on their offensive plays. They had four great stops. They had they had plenty of pushbacks, dude. They were pushing back the Chiefs so many yards, and they were playing so efficiently. But then as soon as second quarter hits, everybody wants to be fucking like gone. Nick Bosa disappeared. Fucking everyone starts getting injured because, like I said, they like to get cocky.
Dude, that blew my mind like one by one, and I've noticed like this might be a recurring thing because I saw that I did like some research. Like when it comes down to these big games, everyone just starts to crack under pressure, and you're right. The cockiness just gets into their heads, but also the injuries just already just hit them like out of fucking nowhere, left field, and so no one plays efficiently to the point where they can play well. And to your point, like I know we're skipping ahead, but Andrew mentioned this, and I thought this was a great example of how great it could be for them, I guess, but they just got fucked up because they did not know how to fucking play football at all when it became over OT. And that became my favorite part of the game to watch because I was like, oh, they could win. Oh, no, they got a TD. Oh, no.
Yep.
Looks like this is fucked.
It's so crazy because it was just like, oh my god, the score is 10-7. Yeah, and then their defense just fucking went to shit.
Oh, my God.
And I knew as soon as they started getting cocky, and I was like, dude, this guy has been to the Super Bowl in the last year, like the last 5 years, he's been there 4 times. And if you guys are acting like this, that's not a good sign. Mm-hmm. You guys might be up in score, but you're playing against Patrick fucking Mahomes. He's the best quarterback in the league right now. And nobody could say, obviously he didn't get the league MVP because Lamar Jackson is incredible. But he needs help on his side of the end. But
shout out Lamar.
For Mahomes, that's making a team work with only 2 players realistically. Kadarius Toney is fucking shit. Rashid Rice is fucking ass. Dude, Isaiah Pacheco fucking did the worst in that Super Bowl. That was crazy. The guy that averages damn near 100 yards like throughout each game. Rushing yards. And then all of a sudden this guy disappears, gets like 2 fumbles, and like obviously pressure can crack. But he played terribly. Travis Kelce, I mean, he was there, but wasn't even there the first half. In the second half he came through, you know? But he did save the day. I mean, like, realistically, the Niners' best player was Jawan Jennings. And he had a passing touchdown, and he had a fucking receiving touchdown. What the fuck? Yeah, you didn't know that?
I know. Yeah.
The wide receiver had the fucking best stats in that entire game. It was crazy, dude. But, I mean, you guys, the cockiness got to the Niners, and they found out the hard way, okay? That's all I can say.
So let's correct it. Let's be coaches right now. Let's be commentators. What can they do differently to have won the game for the Niners?
Ooh, let's hear that. Okay.
What would you do? Coach them. Give them the locker room speech right now.
If I was to change the way the Niners play, I feel like one thing that's hard, man.
Aggressive.
Look, if I'm being honest, like
aggression.
As of right now, they need to think of draft capital. They need to think of trading expiring contracts, trading old players, and just making sure that. Well, are we talking about next season or what they could have done in the Super Bowl?
Oh, we could have done. Yeah. Well, how about the Super Bowl? Let's do Super Bowl.
Okay. Honestly, what they needed to do, and I understand that they couldn't really push that. McCaffrey was nowhere like to be seen throughout this Super Bowl. Like realistically, in the first, like the whole game, right? The whole entire game, this guy only had like 30 yards, right? 30 yards, and this guy went from averaging to 120, 30 yards, receiving and rushing a game, to like a mere 30 yards, and we were like, what the fuck? The run game doesn't work against the Chiefs? That's insane. And they made this guy disappear, and they didn't utilize him correctly, you know? Like they relied on 3 runs per carry and then throw a deep pass and hope for the best. They said, let me throw this fucking ball and hope for the best. And like they're like, oh fuck it, someone will get free, right? Bro, like, no, dude, like, you can have like miracles, but you can't have miracles all the time. And obviously, we saw the Green Bay versus the Niners, and Brandon Ayuk got that ball from that bounce off, and it flew out of the defender's hand, and he caught it, and got a touchdown. It's not gonna always happen. They didn't utilize half the receivers correctly. You have 3 great receivers. You guys didn't use him correctly. You guys didn't even use Kittle correctly. And at this point, I feel like Kittle was nowhere to be found throughout the game.
I did not see Kittle at all this game.
Yeah, man,
Crazy.
it was sad. It was sad. It was
He's
just
a good
like,
player too.
yeah, I'm like, dude, if you guys really like these players and if you guys really want to like contend a lot better, change the playbook. Change the playbook. I think I love the running game, and the run game is fantastic for you guys. But utilize your outer players rather than just, yeah, you guys went from like, you know, like the best like trio running back, like, you know, running back potential like team, and you guys just fumbled that in 2019. It was Raheem Mostert, Elijah Moore, and this other guy. But anyways, like, you guys had one of the best like running backs, and you guys utilized them correctly. Kittle was amazing, and that's how he got his name till this day. But now that you guys have all these big name players, like, everybody's starting to disappear. Like, dude, focus on one thing, and then make sure that you guys can fucking do something with it, you know? Like, don't like, focus on one problem. And that whole problem was just not utilizing one spot correctly. Abuse one spot as either, if you need to throw the ball, fuck it. If the passing game is not working against one of the worst fucking defenses in the league, fuck it. They only have Trent McDuffie, they only have Justin Reed, and that was it. They didn't have a lot of people. Oh yeah, Nick Bolton too, but anyways. And Chris Jones, that's all. But like I said, they just need to focus on one thing. They need to either commit to just throwing bullets or just running it down.
Throwing buckets, dude. That's all they need to play.
That's all I can see.
So in terms of an all-around Super Bowl, I mean, I think I had a lot of good fun, all good fun on both sides. I do have to unfortunately agree, because the whole time my girlfriend is a Niners fan, so obviously I have to root for. I have to shout out to my girlfriend for her loving the Niners, but I wanted them to win so badly, and the fact that, like, we brought it up, but we didn't even mention all the amount of, like, fumbles and interceptions. Like, this was the most I've seen, like, the Niners kind of crack a little. Well, not on both sides. I think both teams decided to crack from the amount of times that they just picked up the ball, free ball, and there was just so many times where I wanted the Niners to actually fully commit to doing those plays, like you said, just throwing your balls and just catching them and just fucking high score, you know? I wanted to win. I also wanted to win because I had bets going on the side.
Yep.
So we don't advertise gambling on this platform.
Hey, but if
responsibly.
if Price Picks wants to give me a free code, you know, like, I'd love that, you know.
Oh, please, Price Picks, please sponsor.
Please sponsor us.
If there's gonna be there's one sponsorship that's on our bucket list for the channel, for the podcast. Let's make Price Picks be our number one.
Yes, dude.
So tell all your friends, guys, Price Picks. But gamble responsibly.
Yes, please.
I just all around wanted to win. I could, real quick, if we're on the subject of that. I don't know where you were at with your bets, Otting, but
I had
very disappointed.
I had the worst time. no, dude. Like I hit 3 of my bets and everything was going perfectly. They hit overtime and Christian McCaffrey ran for 50 yards. Like, what the fuck? Dude, this guy had 70 yards second half, and I was like, yeah, this guy's not hitting that. And then I found out this guy like went from 20 yards, and then he went from like 80 yards throughout the whole fucking OT, and I was like, dude, this is where I wanted to see him at, like throughout the whole game. But no, you guys were like, yeah, fuck it, let's run the ball in OT instead of running it throughout the whole game.
Damn. Damn.
That's just me.
I had Mahomes 0.5 passing, fucking went 179. Brock Purdy to run 12.5 yards. He ran 12. Isaiah Pacheco 6 receptions. Great. I needed 3. Christian McCaffrey, he did well on a fantasy score, 29 points over 23. Brandon Ayuk, one of my second missing pieces, was 7.9 fantasy score. He only had 3 catches and a few receiving yards. Great. And Travis Kelce with the great fantasy score of 18. So that was my big 6-man parlay, like to win it all, to win the whole pot. That was the one, and I ended up with $8.
Let's go.
I mean, $8 is $8, man. That's enough for McChickens, but in this economy, come on.
Yeah,
I mean,
Sacramento's getting expensive by the day.
I'm glad I don't need to do NFL price picks bets for a little while, just so I can save my money. But you know, there's basketball season, so.
Hell yeah.
Where were you at? How did you feel about your bets?
Oh my god.
And that was
dude.
only one of my bets.
Oh, one of your bets?
I'm not
Holy
gonna.
shit.
I'm not. It's sad if I on the record, tell everyone how many bets we made.
All right, let's see. Okay, so, there was this one bet that I had. It was a flex bet, and it was a demon bet. I thought he was gonna actually have it, but it seemed pretty realistic. I thought Christian McCaffrey was gonna have 1.5 receiving or rushing touchdown. He only had 1. Brandon Ayuk for a touchdown, didn't get any. Patrick Mahomes, realistically, Patrick Mahomes should have ran in for a touchdown, but he didn't this time. Because throughout the 3 Super Bowls he's been, I mean, he's always had a touchdown.
He hasn't really. Yeah, he didn't for the past few games. I don't think he's really done that, right? Like ran.
Yeah, he hasn't like ran inside the end zone, like. And then I had Kittle for a touchdown, but he didn't even hit that either.
Where was Kittle?
Kittle was gone. I had the 6-man bet where obviously I had Brock Purdy for 255 yards, and he hit that. I had Patrick Mahomes for a receiving touchdown, or he didn't get that. George Kittle for a touchdown, nope. I didn't even have Travis Kelce didn't even score a touchdown, sadly. Isaiah Pacheco, no touchdown. This bet that I really thought I was gonna hit, didn't go into my favor. I had Brock Purdy for 100 yards in the second half. He had 132. Isaiah Pacheco for 32 yards, 32 rushing yards. 26 rushing yards, sorry. He had 32. I had Christian McCaffrey for less than 70-point receiving and rushing yards.
Oh.
And he had 20. Look, he had 20 yards the entire game. And I was like, yeah, this guy's not doing shit. As soon as overtime hits, that's where he starts fucking going crazy. And he had 80 yards to finish off the game.
God
and then I had Patrick Mahomes for 14.5 rushing yards. He had 32 rushing yards.
Okay.
Noted.
So yours sounds a lot like mine. You almost got it all, but you just lost because bullshit just happened. It's like the script.
Yeah. Honestly.
The fucking script, man. At the end of the day, this is one of those games that you could just look back on and say, yep, that was fun. Not fun for my wallet or my betting mood, but shit. Next season might be different. Next season might be different. And I thought, since you were the one that started it all, I thought if I was gonna win, like, because my first big hit was because I watched the Chiefs, like their second game, I think, in the season, second or third. I think it was the second. And they won like big, and that was the first time I won around $400, and that was the biggest, like, best.
No, it was the Bears versus
Was it the Chiefs were on?
It was
right?
It was the Bears versus the Raiders.
Was it?
Yeah, I think it was the Bears versus the Raiders. It was.
No, I remember betting like
Oh
some.
no, it was the Bears versus the what is it called? Oh,
I could have sworn
the
it was the
Saints.
Chiefs. Really?
It was the Saints. Yeah, I swear it was. I swear.
I'm trying to remember.
Because
I need to
we
find the
needed
screenshot.
we had a 4-man bet. You put in $30, and then we were like, dude.
We went
No,
shopping.
no, it was no. It was the It was not the Wizards. The Washington Commanders versus the Bears. And then you had $30.
There you go. There
and
you go. That's
I told you, and I was like, hey, like, do you want to put into this old 30, or do you want to put in like $5 and then win $50? You're like,
nah.
fuck no. You're like, nah, just put it all in. And then Sam Howell threw for more than 150 yards in the second half. He went crazy. Then we had Justin Fields throwing for like 100 yards or like 70 yards. Dude, he had nothing. And then literally the last place like made it happen where you got the 400. And then we had what's that one guy? That one receiver. He had like 4-5 receptions and he got it. And then we had the tight end Cole Kmet for receiving yard, and we got that. So that was a really, really good feeling. Because you were like, I don't know, man. But then I was like, fuck it, we're going to do this. And we got it.
The night, by the way, shout out to the family, but this was the night before you picked up your audings. So that's what I knew. Like, in my heart, this was going to be a good time to be getting into sports.
Yeah. Oh my god. Worked out at the end perfectly.
I mean, I'm glad to be where we're at now. And honestly, Reddick, like, it's just you and me talking about it, but I'm glad that you inadvertently started, like, not because you started me to get into football, but like the fact that like a lot of like me and like my sister and like a lot of people that like I found a lot more people to watch football with, like all because of like you wanting to do prize picks is crazy to me. And the fact that like we like I wish I could have been there, and I wish you could have been there too. But like having a whole like prize picks like party was like a funny like idea because it all started because of you.
Oh my god.
The man that birthed it. You know, you were the reason why we had this party because like you were the one that started this.
Yup.
And I thought ironically like I told everyone in in that room, I was like, you know, like 80% of us like are into prize picks, right? Like, yeah, you know who started it? Reddick. And it's it's the funniest thing. Not that he's here, like he has his own thing, great. But like the funniest thing about this whole thing is that I know he wanted people to sign up and use his code so he can keep playing free games, and only maybe like 1 or 2 people used that code, including me, but no one else. Because like over time we've had like what in our price picks like group chat we have like 10 people now. It's like you imagine like 10 like all those 10 people using your code and no one did it.
Oh my god.
Imagine you would have got like what, a good $200 out of it, 100.
Yeah.
And the fact that no one used their code, we used each other's codes.
God fucking damn it.
I mean, I'm really. I'll speak on behalf of them. I'm really happy that it was like that. You know, like look at you, look at us. We're talking about sports. I would never have thought I would talk about sports ever in my life because I wasn't into football until. Why not? Might be a good time to start now. And damn, is it frustrating to be a Seahawks fan? But I mean, I feel worse for you guys. You guys didn't have the greatest season either. But at the end of the day, I wanted the Niners to win. Boo fucking who? Like, they didn't win. All the JJK memes, rightfully deserved. You stand proud, right? Stand proud.
Stand proud.
Fuga. And it's like Patrick Mahomes and Brock Purdy. One of the great uses of that meme. Where that Black Hawk, the Black Hawk down.
Oh yeah.
The Star Wars one. Oh god. Overall rating of the Super Bowl.
I'm gonna give individual performances.
With everything. Yeah, go ahead. Individual.
First half, a 2. Halftime, definitely like a 7.8, 7.9. I'll say an 8. If I could have seen Justin Bieber, it could have been an 8.5. Um, Second half, turn the tides of everything. I'd probably give that like a 9 because I proved a lot of people wrong that night because I was literally me and my friend. It was me and my friend Daniel.
Hmm.
It was literally a 9v3, and it was like the worst scenario ever. And we every time they scored on us, it'd always go up to our face and like, "That's what I fucking thought," and do all this shit. And I'm like, "Oh my fucking god, dude! Like you guys are not winning this." And then as soon as overtime hit, I was like, "Oh, I'm not even worried. I'm gonna go eat food." And then what is it called? I already knew I already knew that the Chiefs were gonna win because the Chiefs are undefeated in OT wins.
Mm.
So they won in every single time when Mahomes got the ball. So as soon as OT hit and Patrick Mahomes scored that last drive, it was it was over with, dude. Best thing ever. So give it a good rating of an 8. I'm gonna do an even 8.
I would agree with you. I think this is a really fun uh first half, boring as balls. It was very low scoring for a long time.
Yep.
I mean, it proves that they were good. Like their defense was kicking ass, so that kind of
Yep.
proved a point. Uh, Usher, the great performance of that was pretty solid. You didn't need to do anything big or lavish. It was just him on rollerblades, bringing in. Yeah, it was literally like all these past like Super Bowls were just like grand, big, like costumes and everything. All he did was just rollerblade. Uh, he brought on like a few cool guest stars. They did the yeah, that was cool. I don't know. I don't remember he did my boo. I think he did. Yeah, he did my boo.
I think it did a little bit of it, and he transitioned fast.
Yeah, a little bit. If he had played the whole thing, great. Uh,
Yeah.
and if Justin Bieber was there, that would have been a solid 9 for me. And then the second half kicked in, and that was a lot more fun and interesting to see how things
Oh
were
yeah.
shaking up. But when it hit OT, I had no idea. Like, okay, this could really falter on like who fucks up first. Who's the first to fuck up? And right out the gate, it was the Niners because I don't know if you believe in the. I don't know how you what your where your stance is on that whole controversy because apparently it's a whole big thing, but
Yeah.
apparently with the whole overtime like rules, and I'm not familiar with it either. Uh, you could probably go into it a little bit, but I think like Andy Reid knew right away how to play the game because he's familiar in that territory of overtime and how to play the ball like and smart too versus when it came to the Niners they just kind of had to like figure it out on their own
Yeah.
and just kind of just go with it but I don't know how
They're not used to being in overtime. That's all it is.
yeah
It's kind of honestly on them because realistically thinking that they were like, oh, it's not gonna go to OT. It's never gonna come to that point. We just close them out early in the first half. Fuck it, you know.
hmm
That's where they fucked up. And I feel like a key factor of like them not knowing of the playoffs of how OT rules work is genuinely on them. They didn't study hard enough. They didn't know what to look out for, what to watch out for, and what to do better. You know, everyone was just crying because their kicker was doing really shit, and they didn't believe in him as much. They were like, "Oh my God, he's not gonna."
hmm
He missed like I think he missed a field goal, right?
yeah
Yeah, he missed the game-winning field goal that could have probably won it for them. But yeah, I mean, like it's just generally their fault because they didn't know the rules. Going forward, I
They
mean,
easily
can't
could have
stop that.
won it. They easily could have, but it really was it was like chicken. Like OT was just a game long. Is a 15-minute long game of chicken. Like who's gonna like tap out first?
Yep.
And right out the gate, I was like, oh. Then I immediately was getting text ready to send out to all my
Yep.
Niners friends. Just because I knew it was gonna happen. Like I was getting memes ready to send. I was like, yeah, this is
Yeah.
gonna happen. Like I'm just gonna get ready. Send. All right. Hey, babe. I'm sorry. Better luck next year.
Oh
Uh,
my God.
oh,
It's just honestly, it's just Kansas City territory. As soon as you get into OT with them, it's over with.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. There's no stopping them. There's no stopping them if they're going that crazy.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a momentum shift at that point. You can't stop that. Especially with people that know how to play in it.
Mm-hmm.
They know how to play under pressure. So he's been a part of it. He knows how to do it the best. So
Yeah.
congrats to Patrick Mahomes for winning that dub.
Yeah. Congratulations. What was it 5 rings now, right? 4?
They have 3.
I thought he had 4. 3 or 4.
Actually 4. They won it with I think Joe Montana. Joe Montana. Joe Montana and what is it called? Tony Chi. I think they won it. I think they're at. Yeah, I think they're at 4.
They won that 2019 one, or like last year. Yeah. 4, right? They should be 4.
I think so. Let me see.
Yeah, don't flame us. And really all around, like, I could speak for the both of us.
Oh, they have 4. They have
Okay.
4.
I can speak for the both of us. We're not hating on you guys, especially Niners. Like, it's all love. It's just tough love.
Yeah.
Tough love.
I'm giving you guys a realistic side of how it would have actually could have gone. I'm being honest.
I wanted y'all to win. I wanted y'all to win so badly.
Yep.
Even though if it costed the whole me hearing gang Niner gang like every fucking time I walked on the street, whatever.
Yep.
Fireworks playing off, whatever. I mean you guys did good. You guys made it all the way to the playoffs. Like I wish I made it to the playoffs. Like shit, I wish you guys made it to the playoffs. We could have ran it back again. You know, like it would have been fun.
Yep.
Seahawks and Broncos.
Hell yeah.
You know, we're gonna have to see. We're gonna find out next year. So congrats to both teams.
Yep.
Niners did good, but Chiefs did better. So, and that ends our discussion on that. Is there anything else you wanna talk about? Anything on the mind?
We're gonna come out better this season. If we get the better quarterback, we're gonna go crazy. If you guys draw out a good quarterback too, I can't wait to see both our quarterbacks versus each other. That'd be crazy.
I want us to play a game together. I really do.
I know.
I think now getting into football, I really am more excited to see like my team versus like your team, my team versus Andrew's team, the Cowboys. Like it's just gonna be all around fun now watching football, especially with like a lot of us and getting into it. So I know next year is the year. I think next year will be a good year for all of us at least. But fuck the Chiefs. We're gonna beat their ass at some point. You guys can beat the Chiefs again, and then mad disrespect on them by playing Taylor Swift. It's such a baller move for you guys to pull off. I was like, yeah, you guys have the balls to do that. Great. Any other shout outs? Shout out to the fam, Makaiza. Let's go.
Shout out.
Future episodes coming out real soon. Season 1 of the Portland Saga will be coming out towards the end. Like the last 2 episodes will finally come out before the end of this month. So stay tuned for that. The second half of season 1 will be coming out next month with Odding picking up the day before and the day of. What was it? Excision? We did Excision, Apple Hill, and Christmas. The Christmas episode. And season 2 of the podcast we will start shooting more episodes in the summer when we get into a few new adventures together.
Yes, sir.
But the goal is to I was gonna tell you guys, but I'll tell you. Since I've been having a lot of fun making the podcast, gameplays, the vlogs, and I want to do something really special for the Makaiza clan. I'm gonna do a 30-minute long, or at least I'm gonna try to do a 30-minute long episode, or at least short film of a day of Makaiza. So we're gonna have a lot of fun with that, or at least we should do at least a skit or something, like a short film together. We'll do something fun, and hopefully we'll talk about it more. We'll do it like we'll do a short project with it. But
Hell yeah.
and shout out to you, I guess, for you and the awnings. Are you gonna pick up this year, this semester?
Again? I was considering it. We had some what is that word? Repercussions. But
We won't.
we'll try to make it work.
We won't talk about that yet.
Yeah, we're not
Yet.
gonna talk about that.
Well, I think we could talk about it in an episode one day.
Yeah.
But for now, we'll. Do you think your awnings will pick up?
Hell yeah.
Did
Hell
you
yeah.
You should tell them. You should tell Riquette or Tristan.
They can't pick up this semester, but they can pick up next. Cause
Really?
you know what's Loki, what they're doing is kind of crazy. You know how you have to pay for your applications now.
Huh, really?
Yep. But
Oh.
they did have a good point on why. They said it's to get out like all the party people. They want to like solely focus on like just actually talking about like the culture and all.
Oh my god! Kind of like what we're doing.
Yep.
Oh my god!
They're trying to solely base it off of family now, but it should have been that in the start,
Oh, that should have been the point. And I thought that's the point of this whole system. Isn't that why I picked you guys up, or good examples of what it was supposed to be? Just like good whole, like sometimes wholesome family bonding, and getting to know each other. And like, of course, like we could party and like fuck around, but I don't know. I have my whole point. I think we can talk about it eventually with more of us in a podcast at one point.
Yeah.
Sheesh. Let's save it up for our 3-year anniversary. I believe we're gonna come 3 years this year, so we'll do on our 3-year anniversary. We'll invite the entire Makaiza clan, and we'll have a huge sit down episode talking about the ups and downs of the family.
Yes, sir.
So stay tuned, I guess, for that. Another big thing. But shit, I didn't know about that. That's crazy.
Yeah.
So they're not picking up this year. Okay. Interesting. Or at
Yeah,
least this semester.
unfortunately.
Okay. Well, good to know. And we'll definitely have everyone hang out soon. I think I said we're gonna do something for the Bay. I think it's next weekend.
Next week?
Dude, it's next weekend. I remember I said like it was supposed to be the weekend of 24th, 25th. I just said let's plan for something for the Bay around then.
Oh my god.
I just realized I'm looking at my calendar right now. It's next week.
Well,
Weekend.
we better start talking. We better get a head start.
Hopefully the awnings. No, it's this episode won't come out until Sunday, so they're gonna find out like a week. Well, we'll tell them off camera.
Yeah.
Yeah, just to give them a heads up. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
excited about stuff.
Oh yeah.
We'll go visit Levi Stadium for fun.
Bruh.
All right. That's it. That concludes the podcast episode. Always had a great time. Always had a
Yeah,
great
let's
time.
go.
First guest, and hopefully you guys like him enough to keep him on, or you dislike him because he has hot takes about the Niners.
Yep. I'll be ready for the heat.
Please don't
I'll be
cancel.
ready.
Don't cancel Reddick. He's just being honest.
Hey man. One way or another, you're gonna hear it from one person or not me.
We're a no nonsense show. We're a not nonsense podcast, guys. We'll hold back. We'll hold back sometimes, but we're gonna speak our truths.
Yep.
Even if Reddick has big truths, big things on his mind about the Niners' lack of defense. Yeah, good time, good podcast.
Yes, sir.
I don't really know how to end this. How do you want to end this?
Mr. B6.
Fuck you, Mr. Beast. Something like that.
Mr. Beast, please consider us.
Oh, for a sponsorship, please do. All
Oh
right.
my god.
All right. Peace out. Wait, was it?
Peace.
Peace Town. Peace up. A Town. There you go.
All
Dun, dun. Bam, 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 bam. All right, bye. Bam, 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 bam.